Get in here, Wick, because you know I fuck around.
I already know. I mean, I'm like, God, this nigga, you don't ask another goddamn question, man. I have a question. Was there one? How did you and Pimp C actually meet before the music? Were y'all childhood friends?
We wasn't friends when we met, but we had a mutual friend named Mitchell Queen. So Pimp was already rapping with Mitchell Queen. I knew Mitchell because we both had, real love for music, and we bonded over music and shit like that. And I didn't really know Chad. Chad didn't know me. We didn't really like each other.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? But we didn't know each other.
Yeah.
And I had just come home from Houston, so my parents divorced when I was in like elementary. So I would go and stay with my daddy for like any school vacation. I go stay at my daddy's house. But I've been having like a full beard since like me and Mitchell Queen been having a full beard since like the 10th grade, right? So we was the niggas that would buy liquor for niggas and shit like that. So I was able to actually get in the 18 in a club back in the day. So I would come back and be like telling niggas, man, I was in the club and so and then was there. So I went in one weekend and Eazy-E is in the club, and it's Eazy-E, DOC, and a couple other brothers, and they taking pictures at the Polaroid booth. Right. The man take the picture, put it down, take another picture, put it down. So I stole one of the pictures from the DJ booth. So I come back telling niggas, man, I was at the club with Eazy-E and them. I just seen Eazy-E in the club. And so I'm telling it to Mitch, and Pimp sitting with me. Pimp say, man, you lying, man. You always come around lying about this shit, nigga. You ain't see no motherfucking Eazy-E. And I say, nigga, I got the picture. And they say, damn, that nigga did see Eazy-E. And as I got more into music and I started to want to actually like rap, once you decided you wanted to rap, you either was going to be in front of two people making music. That was going to be either Pimp C or DJ DMD that made 25 Lighters. They were the top two producers in town. Yeah. I had proximity to Chad because of Mitchell, so I eventually ended up in that circle of people. And, going in that man's house and seeing him having like a beat machine and a 4-track and a little keyboard in his bedroom, I thought, man, I was in the biggest studio in the world. I couldn't believe, I'd never seen nobody have no shit like that, like in their house. Yeah, like we in high school. You know what I'm saying? This man had that shit. I say, this man gonna make some music. And then the next year, Chad dropped out of school altogether. He was doing homeschool or whatever, but he had made a conscious decision. His junior year, it's my senior year, his junior year, he decided, man, this music or nothing. Yeah. And the more I started doing it, and the more I started like feeling like I was getting better at it, I was like, I think this is what I want to do too. Now I didn't know if I was gonna make it, but I knew that nigga was gonna make a record. Right. I was like, Chad gonna make a record. Yeah. I'm gonna stick with Chad. I'm gonna give it a year.
Right.
And see what happened. And I graduated on May 30th, and we signed to Jive Records on May 1st. Within a year later, I was signed to a record deal.
Wow.
So I gave it a year, and God said, that's all you need. I got you.
Wow. I got one more question before I turn it back over to the big guy.
No, that's on you, Wick.
And y'all can jump around how y'all want.
Yeah, we going to jump around in this thing.
We don't have to do chronological order. Y'all can jump around and have
I'm about to be all over the goddamn place.
I got one more for you. Bun, I saw your career, from a distance.
Right.
All the way from beginning, kind of when y'all signed until y'all really, really, really blew up. For artists out there that are grinding, they might have not had a deal. Like, shit, get on my field.
Y'all
what
had
was the
hooks, though.
What was the turning point for y'all? When did you really know I don't made it? Because that was like a long period of time where y'all were really the underground kings. Right. Then y'all became above ground kings. What was that turning point that you say, you know what, we really, really don't made it now?
Well, I mean, look, I came in thinking that once you signed the deal, you made it, right? So go to New York, sign the deal in the room. I figured I made it. 2 minutes later, I realized I hadn't done shit, right? And that's par for the course, like throughout life. You get somewhere, you think, oh, you done did something, and then you look over and motherfuckers over here, I'm like, I ain't done shit. Like, I used to always look at Jermaine Dupri's, like, career arc. Right, and work ethic. Not to count his dollars, but to see like his work ethic and his progress. And so I would always use that as a barometer because we the same age, we come up at the same time in the same culture. So as long as he here, I'm here. As long as he doing bigger shit, I need to be doing bigger and bigger shit. So I was always wanting to strive for us to be sing, because I always felt UGK was the greatest group ever. I really felt like nobody could, you could put me and Chad in the room, and that's all you needed. You ain't need no producers, no engineer, none of that shit. Just me and Chad, we can give you the whole album. And so I would put me and him up against anybody. But it took us a while to really I ain't know who the publicist was at the record. I signed in 92. I ain't meet my publicist about 2004.
Wow.
Right? Never had a promo tour. My record company never put me on the bus. First time I went on the bus, I put that together. You know what I'm saying? Wow. Me and Pimp never had a tour bus in the entirety of UGK. We never owned nobody tour. Record company never sent us out on promo. We was on planes and in vans. We drove around this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Just me and him and our partners just around the country. You know, they never supported us. They didn't realize we knew what we was talking about until after Pimp came home from prison. Because everything we had been trying to tell them was the shit, and that people would connect with, they never believed it. And then as soon as Pimp get locked up and UGK can't make music, here come the whole Houston. With everything we was saying in 95 on Riding Dirty, in 2004, making millions. And they missed all that money. They missed the whole movement. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But we believed in each other, and we believed in what we was doing, and we knew the South had our back. So we ain't really worried about nothing else. Mm-hmm. We just did us.
Swishas and Dosha, Bun.
That was the change.
My God.
That was the change. As to this day, I tell people all the time, y'all have no idea where we was finna go. Like Swishas and Doja. And that was Pimp. And Pimp had a protege. His name is Steve Below in Dallas. He don't really make music no more. Yeah. Because it's not fun as it used to be when Pimp gone. So a lot of us that was really, really heavy with it. If you notice, there's like 4 or 5 years where I ain't making no music. Yeah. Because it just wasn't fun without him no more. But that was Steve and Chad were creating this new Southern sound, like the rap version of Southern rock, my God, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Very guitar driven, but still 4-beat, so it still had that rap feel. And Swishas and Doja was this whole new direction that we was going in. Now there's a lot of traditional music on that album, but Swishas and Doja by far, that was where we were headed, a whole new way. And the boy was always ahead of the game. Yeah. People still can't make a song like that to this day.
Step your game up, build your name up, quit your talking and get to doing. All that planning and contemplating, when the fuck you gonna start pursuing those bars right there, bud?
Cars ain't driving themselves.
Come on, mansions ain't buying themselves. Come on, man. I mean,
they're waiting for Ed McMahon, which might have been over these youngsters' head.
Come on.
Because, you know, Ed McMahon used to come with that publisher's clearinghouse and knock on your door and bring you them 7 figures. But if you're waiting for that, man, you need to stop feeling yourself. Ain't nobody finna bring you shit. Nobody's finna give you nothing. You couldn't be in a better position than me and Chad was in, and we still had to fight and grind. Talent proven, connection with the people proven, records sold, and we still got to prove ourselves. So if I'm 20 years in this bitch still trying to let niggas know, and look, I'm not taking off my shirt in the middle of the street beating on my chest, right? Yeah. But I still will get in these rap trenches with these young niggas and give them some balls.
Facts.
You know, just so everybody understand.
But did you understand that those bars were pivotal in people's lives? Because when I'm in this industry as a young man trying to figure out why ain't I'm out in the shit, and then I listen to Swishas and Doja. And see, that's the thing about it. You got timeless music as well. So it might have meant something to me when it first came out, but then it meant something different to me when I listened to it again. So when I realized I wasn't going nowhere, I said, well, Bud said, step your game up and build your name up and quit your talking to get to doing. And that's what I did. I literally took that advice from them bars and applied it to my regular life, man.
But we learned from a lot of people. We learned from Too Short, right? That not just through the music, but literally personally. We were doing the show in Cleveland, Ohio. It was outside, and niggas started shooting and fighting in the crowd. And we on the stage. So we supposed to get on stage. Short say, man, you don't get on stage. Like, keep doing the music. Because if you get to fight the attention, that's where the people attention gonna be. Yeah. But if you stay on stage and keep rapping, people gonna stop giving a fuck about the fight. So we went back up, and I've used it to manage violence in concerts.
Damn.
For years. You know, because it'd always be somebody ignorant doing something ignorant. And the niggas gonna fight and gonna do what they want. Man, look at these dumb ass niggas. Anyway, fuck that shit. The show up here, my nigga. You know,
Exactly.
security gonna do what they got to do, escort it or not. You know, people didn't really used to shoot up the whole club because they got beat up back then.
Yeah.
But times have changed, so it's a little different. But you know, we used to be in the hoodest of hoods.
Yeah.
Right. We used to be in the wildest of places. You know, I just left Decatur, and I was just thinking about all them times at the gate.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That was a bunch to live.
That was a real parking lot, man.
My
Give a
God.
fuck if you was from Decatur. That was a real parking lot.
Facts.
You know, but look, man, we always kept it 100 with people, and we ain't never come in nobody's city disrespecting nobody and acting like we was harder than nobody. We kept it real with people. We saw the world a certain way. We spoke on it. Niggas felt it. And when we came in the hoods, man, niggas would open their own. I remember we went to Louisiana, a real small town. We pull up and promoter checkers in the hotel, and then he come to me, hand me a bag of dope. I said, what you want me to do with this? He said, I thought maybe y'all want to go to Cuts and, you know, hang out. I said, not out of town, my nigga. He literally gave me like, I think it was probably maybe 2 8-balls and a couple of slabs.
Yeah, right.
And like just thought I wanted to go and catch me a good case real quick.